Happy Thirsty Thursday, everybody. I am very excited to have everybody tuned in today for our Thirsty Thursday Jam Happy Hour. Um, we have amazing wine and amazing music. So today we're going to be sipping on some amazing Cabernet, bubbles, sweet white wine, Chardonnay, whatever it may be that you're sipping on. I'm drinking our Jam Cab. And then let's see, what is the artist of the day drinking? We've got Mike, aka Geographer here. How you doing, Mike?
Hello.
Hello,
I'm drinking
hello.
this guy. Oops.
Oh,
This way.
we're drinking the same thing. Well,
Nice.
cheers.
Okay, great. Cheers. My cap's on. Hold
We'll
on.
start. I say it's basically the weekend at this point. I think that we don't really even have to keep track anymore. It's just always the weekend. We'll just call it that. And the weekend is meant for fun, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing this next hour. So why don't we just kick it off with the first song?
All right, let's kick it off with a little fun. This one's Verona. You call me all the right words, but the right words sound so wrong. You say that I'm changing, I guess I will before too long. Will you give me a way out or a past to live down? Either way, it couldn't be worse than it is now. I'm watching while the wild dog makes ripples round and round. Is every single whisper like that we should know by now? Or is it just a sound? Something keeps a river from sinking to the ground. Was I ever any different? It's the simplest ones, the simplest ones. White lies in the night. If I could be yours, then you could be mine. As long as it rhymes, it's all that I'll ever need. I hear white lies in the night. If I could be yours, then you could be mine. We keep what we hide. And you told such simple lies. Whoa. Now that we are free, Verona, won't you keep me out? Drive me to the city where every building shouts. I wanna hear some people, I wanna leave the windows down. I never will believe you, you should know why by now. Whoa. It is the simplest things we want. Whoa. But we can never see enough. Whoa. It is the simplest things we want. Whoa. It's the simplest ones, the simplest ones. What lies in the night? If I could be yours, then you could be mine. As long as it rhymes, it's all that I'll ever need to hear what lies in the night. If I could be yours, then you could be mine. We keep what we hide, and you told such simple lies.
Woo!
Yay.
Thank you, Geographer. Everybody who just tuned in, we just heard the first song, Verona, by Mike, aka Geographer. And that was off your first ever EP like a decade ago. Right?
Yeah, I think 10 years this year. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
And it was,
I can't
was
believe
it
I've been doing this.
anymore. So it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But so Animal Shapes, it was 6 songs and then 2 remixes, right?
Well, it's 6 songs on the original EP, and then just to give it some extra life, 2 remixes. One by Wallpaper, who's like a real big time producer now down here in LA. Did Lizzo and 21 Pilots and Leon Bridges, so it's like crazy. I'm like, I have this remix of him from the beginning of his career. I remember just like picking him up from his house and dropping him off somewhere when I picked up the remix.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, and then the other one is the Limousines. I know they're still making music as well. Yeah.
So how do you feel, if at all, like especially over the course of almost a year now, you know, the ups and downs that 2020 has presented us with? Do you think it's evolved or enlightened your sense of creativity or your creative process as a whole?
It's definitely changed me. I mean, my life is completely different. And the way I make music is completely different. I mean, I just now started writing with friends again, which I had started doing a lot. And, you know, it's a little clunky on Zoom because you're just like, can you hear? Oh, okay. Wait, no, you go.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like,
Exactly.
it still works out. But yeah, it definitely made me become way more self-sufficient. I know I'm like, you know, it comes off as a one-man band on the records, but there's so many people involved, and I kind of rely on them for stuff that I see as my shortcomings. But this year I had to just, you know, decide that I wasn't going to have any of those anymore. So it's been, I learned so much this year. I learned more this year than I have in a long time. So, you know, ups and downs.
Yeah. And I think, you know, as crazy as this year has been, it has definitely, as far as I can tell, it's inspired a lot of people, whether it be for their own personal hobbies or career paths or just creativity and like mental health. It's kind of given us all time to reflect on what's important and what should be coming first, that we in, you know, our day-to-day lives before the pandemic really shone light onto these little things that we took for granted. In a sense, I mean, in a way we needed this. Obviously not in this way.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, it would have been great if those people didn't have to die. But it'll be interesting to see what life is like afterwards. You know, it's like when things do open up, I'm like a little freaked out about that. I feel like the world is going to be more comfortable being open than I am, you know, before it's ready. And also for a guy who's like pretty nervous in public. You know, it's like I'm like this has in a way been easier for me than going out. You know, so it's like what
Right.
will have I lost all my socializing like muscles? I'm a
We'll
little
find
yeah.
out. I don't know.
We'll find. Tune in
But
next week on Mike Denny's life.
no, like every time I do one of these live happy hour shows, I forget there's a bunch of people watching. Because
Yes.
it's just like me and you hanging out right now, Mike. Like, what's up? Here,
Yeah. Thanks
here,
for
we'll
FaceTiming
cheers.
me.
Yeah, of
Cheers.
course. Oh, no, you go first. Oh, Zoom
Oh
etiquette.
yeah. Yeah.
But to everyone who is tuning in, thank you. And if you want to put an emoji or a comment below whatever platform you're tuning in from, just let us know what you're sipping on as we approach the weekend, or maybe comment your favorite song by Mike, by Geographer, and
Yeah.
maybe you'll hear it later. Who knows? And
And maybe you won't.
maybe
know,
you won't, and that's okay.
But that's a chance you're gonna have to take.
Exactly. So that first song we heard, Verona.
Yes.
Gotta say, I did for a long time. I loved Romeo and Juliet, even though it's a crazy story.
Oh, yeah.
So remember what I told you earlier, that for each joke I told, there is a sip to be had.
Oh yes.
Okay. So what's Romeo and
joke coming up?
Juliet's least favorite fruit?
Starfruit.
Cantaloupe. Cheers.
Cheers. That's pretty funny.
Thank you. There's more to
But
come.
you see, the problem with them eloping is Romeo lost his ability to provide his language of love, which was the whole basis of their relationship. So that's when things really went to shit.
Well, and wasn't it like, it was the friar, he messed up the message situation.
Oh yeah.
Some-
Yeah. See that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about language, and that's what the song is more about than like love.
It's all about communication, people, and the best way to communicate is through music. It can break and transcend barriers no matter what language you speak. The language that music portrays.
Take it from one who knows if you have to tell anyone anything, just write a song about it instead of discussing it with them.
And drink some wine. So you can
Yes.
find Geographer's music at the link below. Ready? Watch, Mike, you ready? If you just point, you can do it too.
Oh.
It's going to pop up, a banner.
The link below.
The link below, and there it is. And if you're
Whoa,
feeling
sweet.
tipsy, it's Thirsty Thursday, then I think you have Venmo, which is it just Geographer Music? Or is it PayPal?
PayPal at Geographer Music. Yeah.
Woo! Because we're getting this amazing virtual concert experience that we've all missed so much, and we really appreciate you so much, Mike. So thank you.
Thanks. That was a joke, though. Tipsy. That's a pun.
Yeah. Thanks. And if you, by the end of this session, after I'm done with my jokes, if you need to replenish your wine supply, head on over to, you ready, Mike? Head on over to jamcellars.com/buy. There it is. And check out our wine
Well
supply.
done. I'm impressed. I like it.
It's magic. All right. So how do you feel about 2 songs back to back?
Ooh, very good. Yeah.
Cool.
That's something I could get behind.
Let's do it.
All right, so I'm going to do a new one. When Will I Belong, from my was going to be out already album, but is now postponed again. But for a really good reason that I can't talk about. All right, so here's When Will I Belong.
All this fire I burn, it takes me inside and it shows me what it learned. When I feel my light above. Oh, anything else will do. Than being misunderstood. 'Cause I believe I could feel as free as the words I choose. Won't you take me as I am? Underneath my heart is a simple man. If I could feel your love, then I could reason with the shadows in my thoughts. 'Cause I feel sometimes like a little child, lost in the woods in the fading light. Is there no one who can help me find my own way to the other side? No one believes me now that I found a way. But nothing gets done unless you do it yourself these days. 'Cause I've been walking my life to the beat of a drum that gave me when I was far too young. I'm trying to be a lucky one. It was all I could do just to play along. Now you tell me that the parts are wrong. Or maybe I shouldn't try so hard. When will I belong? When will I belong? In spite of all I know, I keep trying to make the darkness all around me glow. When I feel alive, I can light up the whole sky. If I could feel your love, then I could reason with the clouds up above. No one believes me now that I found a way. But nothing gets done unless you do it yourself these days. 'Cause I've been walking my life to the beat of a drum that gave me when I was far too young. I'm trying to be a lucky one. It was all I could do just to play along. Now you tell me that the parts are wrong. Or maybe I I shouldn't try so hard. When will I belong? When will I belong? When will I belong? When will I belong?
Woo! Thanks, Mike.
You
That
got
was
it.
When Will I Belong to everyone who's just now tuning in. Did you make that for a TV show originally, or like was it supposed to air on a
I
TV
did.
show?
Yeah, it was. I made it for New Amsterdam, which is like a medical drama.
And a
Um,
type of alcohol too.
oh, is it? Oh, actually, I love that beer. Yeah, I've been drinking. Well, I won't advertise for another alcohol company. I only drink wine. um,
This one.
and
Right
yeah,
here.
really just this wine. Everything else tastes like ashes in my mouth. But it was, yeah, it was commissioned for a specific episode, and I was like, this is amazing. This is definitely gonna get it, because you just sort of like do it, and then maybe they take it or not.
Right.
And they didn't, and I was like, what? Okay, but I guess they liked it a lot, even though I guess it didn't fit in that episode, because then surprise, like it was like my publisher was just like, hey, it is actually in an episode now, and I was like, wow. So that was huge for me. And
Nice.
then all the New Amsterdam fans, it was really cool to see them lighting up my YouTube page with just like, does anyone know who this is? How can this guy have so few followers? Like all this stuff. And I was just like, oh yeah, welcome. But it was also like, so I loved that song. So then I just like, it came out in the show, and I was like, all right, I'm going to put it out now. And then I decided to put it out on the album. So
That's super cool. And like from that point forward, do you ever make songs and then like amidst the songwriting or just the creative process almost gear songs towards shows you like that maybe you could push that way,
Well,
or how does that
yeah,
work for you?
never with like, songs that I intend to put on an album. Maybe I should. But when I write songs with other people, they're often like more in the songwriting game than I am down here. Like I definitely like dip a toe in it, but some of them, that's like that's all they do for a living, is they just get these briefs in, and then they're like, hey, we want a song for this and this because we like think that it'll fit really well in a drama this season. And so then we're like, let's write a Grey's Anatomy song, or like, let's write a cell phone commercial.
Right. Yeah, why
It's
not?
really fun. It's like, and it is also cool to write with a specific purpose, because, just writing nebulously, I tend to feel the same way a lot of the days, So it's like, I'm still confused about life. I still feel, that I have no purpose, or, oh, isn't love hard, So it's kind of cool to be like, I'm going to make a song that's designed to make people feel so awesome that they'll be confused enough to purchase something they don't need. And so it's just like,
Well, I will say it's always, I don't know, whenever you're trying to be intentional with whatever creative process it may be, I swear that is never the moment that something just magnificent comes to you. It's always, and I
Yeah.
like the term, I always call it when I'm wine-spired. Like when I'm
Oh, nice.
a glass or two in, and my friend and I were talking and we're starting to brainstorm ideas, and that's when you have the boom moment, or like the shower thoughts.
Yeah.
Like you're in the shower and you're just like, oh, I need to write this down as soon as
Oh, shower
I get out
thoughts.
of here.
Yeah. Most of my songs are written in the shower.
There you go. So there we go,
Yeah.
people. That's
So
that's
take
the secret.
those showers.
take a glass of wine into the shower, and then it's
Shower
just
your,
two in
fill
one.
your water tank with wine.
Yep. The shower will be wine falling onto you, and there you go.
I can't think of anything better.
And then have music, Geographer's music playing
Just
in
looping.
the background. Looping
Yeah.
over and over. There we go. So why don't we loop on back? We're going to do the back-to-back
Oh.
thing. So let's do the second song. Sorry, we got caught up in the shower thoughts and
cool.
wine-inspired talk.
Hey, it happens.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
You and me, we had it all wrong. There was ice beneath our feet, but I refuse to understand it, and I refuse now to believe. When I was young, I had a vision. I saw the waves crash into the sky. You said this life was made for the living, but if this is life at all, it is a life of crime. And now it's true, I hardly know you, and you will always look for me. But there is nothing here to hold on to except the possibilities. When I was young, I had a vision. I saw the waves crash into the sky. You said this life was made for the living, but if this is life at all, it is a life of crime. You said soul is in me, don't know the words I hear you speak. You can't be sure. You said soul is in me. Oh, well, if it's a soul you want, then you can take the one I've got, 'cause it's a life of crime. This life was made for something, but it wasn't you and I. We
Thank you. This has been Geographer, aka Mike, aka Mr. Awesome, who's been putting on the show the past 30 minutes in terms of music today. I've been just providing some jokes here and there. He's the guy you want to venture over to his virtual tip jar, which is going to be right down. Oh, look at that. Oh, Emily's on top of
He
it.
learns so fast.
And you know, it is Thirsty Thursday if you're feeling tipsy. Artists right now are continuing with their passion and putting out music for all of us, which is really important as we make it through the end of this year. And artists such as Geographer here, Mike, we appreciate you so much, and I'm sure everyone watching does. We have a couple shout outs from the virtual world. It looks like your buddy Jimmy Glennon.
Yo, Jimmy, what up?
He wants you to play a song that I don't think has been released fully. Waiting on a Stranger. That's what he's bringing up.
Jimmy, I love that you want to hear that song. That's one of my favorites from the new album. Has not been released, nor do I know how to perform it yet.
But shout out to Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, hardcore. Love it.
And then Jason says, love this, Mike, with 3 exclamation points.
Jason, thank you for the 2 extra exclamation points.
Graham Davey says, miss these live streams. And then, shout out to Graham, sure.
Is that Graham? Graham from... No, that's a different guy.
Graham the Ham?
Well,
I thought you were going to,
if
start rhyming.
If you're Graham the Ham, hello. If you're just Graham Davey, hello.
And then you have Amy Lee giving the heart symbol with the greater than sign and then or lesser than sign and then the 3. And then saying, look at that gorgeous new studio.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's in a bit of a shambles, but this area in the camera is clean. But the rest is just wood chips and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Have you ever tried to play piano? Like, where you're sitting, I feel like you have the proper angle to, like, play piano behind the back.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
I mean, only to test levels, you know?
No,
I like to...
the other one, too, though. Like, have your left hand
my machines.
there.
I like to face it, you know? I like to give them my...
For sure. If you're ever feeling bashful. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I have slippers on, okay?
Love it. I love it. Okay, so you have lived a couple different places, especially throughout your career in music, but you started off with New Jersey. That was a terrible accent.
What was that?
I know. I don't know. I'm
Jersey?
I don't know. I've never even been. Jersey.
Just say joy and then the number Z.
Jersey. Is that better? Yeah, it's still
better.
terrible.
Yes.
It's okay.
We'll work on
all
it.
right.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm from New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Tell
New
us about
Jersey's
it.
It's a wonderful place to grow up, and it's a wonderful place to leave, you know, because it's like New Jersey will always be there for you, and you can just explore the world. No matter what happens, Jersey will always take you back in its arms. Do people still hate on Jersey? Because I feel like they definitely used to, because it's like, it's jam-packed with people. There's a lot of it is not so seemly, but people don't know that it's just gorgeous. I kind of say this all the time, that it's just like, Jersey is a farm. It's farmlands everywhere. That's not a city, basically. And it's really pretty. Obviously, I've seen more beautiful places, and I live in one, but there's a wonderful charm to New Jersey, and I think Bruce Springsteen has cemented it into American consciousness, which has also helped its the way people think about it.
No, and I think it's all relative. But why are New Yorkers always so grumpy?
Oh yeah, because we do ruin their city, that's for sure. Oh, this is a joke.
Yep, you have 7 seconds.
Okay. They're so grumpy because... I don't know.
Because the light at the end of the tunnel's New Jersey.
Oh, that's screwed up. Cheers.
I've never been there. I'm sure it's a lovely place with nice pizza.
It's a mixed bag, and I gotta tell you, here's comes a piping hot
And there
take
came
that'll
the
burn the
accent,
roof
too.
of your mouth. Is that New Jersey pizza is better than New York pizza?
See, I've heard both sides of this.
It
So-
really is the best slice of pizza I've ever had in my entire life.
Okay.
And this is like sliced pizza. Is in a shopping center, an outdoor shopping center in New Jersey. So
Really? I mean, I feel like it always is a place that you would never expect. Like, it's always the hole in the wall
Yeah.
places that, especially the locals, you go somewhere and you're like, hey, I looked
Yeah.
at Yelp. I'm not going to even look at Yelp anymore. You tell me
I know.
what's the best place. Because the locals always know. And it's
Yeah.
always like, hey, okay, so go through this gas station and there's going to be a velvet curtain. And then you go down these stairs and they're going to give you a flashlight. It's always like the creepiest, weirdest place. And then it has the best.
Or next to the burnt out CVS, there's a
Yep, exactly.
delicious slice of pizza.
Okay, so you were there, you grew up there, and then how long did you live there before heading over to the West Coast?
So I went to college in Vermont at Middlebury, and moved to Boston for like 6 months, and interned at the Atlantic Monthly, which was a really cool experience when I thought I wanted to be a normal member of society. And then I moved back home when that was over for like maybe another 6 months. And then my friends were just like, you got to get out of Jersey. And they just pulled me to San Francisco. So that was like
Okay.
maybe 3 years before Geographer started. I moved to San Francisco.
And that was when it like officially was a thing, Geographer. That was in like end of 07 or like beginning of 2008?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was-
beginning of 2008, I think. That's when, I recorded the first album. You know, I had a totally different band then, but it's still, the DNA was still the same. And it was a lot of the songs that I had written in New Jersey during that time. And that was what spurned on the move, was like, okay, well, I wrote all these songs. And I think that some of them might actually be okay for the first time in my life. So I either have to move to Brooklyn or somewhere else, and I just didn't have any friends in Brooklyn, so I moved to San Francisco, which was like such a godsend, because it was just, I mean, back then San Francisco was just so free and accepting of all kinds of weirdos, and I was proud to name myself one of those weirdos, and it was just a great place to have your band take off. You know, it's like I really felt like those people were family, and I would see them at every show, and it was just very, very exciting time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm dumbfounded that you said, sorry, going back to the Vermont thing. Because did you know today, and I always
That
write these things
wine-
down and I never, no, I never know if it'll come up. And I swear to you, every time I write these things down, I'm like, oh, this will never come up in the show. It always does. And it's always the most random thing. But today's a National Maple Syrup Day.
Oh, wow. I
So-
have some in my fridge.
You do the Vermont
How much
kind?
of it do I have to drink to participate?
Well, I do have a joke. You don't have to drink the maple syrup, but
Okay.
I mean, you could.
I
It's
would
up to
have.
you.
Yeah, I just want to fit in.
Did you hear about it was the maple syrup company, I think it was in Vermont, that went out of business recently.
This is a joke?
Those poor saps.
Oh. I'll take a small sip for that.
You're saving the rest for your maple sip. If I'm
Yes,
not
that's
mistaken. Oh boy.
Yeah. Vermont is so pretty.
But that's awesome. You're on the West Coast now.
Yeah.
Much easier and breezier weather, I would say. I've never been
Except
to
for
New
the
York or
fact
New
that
Jersey,
it's on
but
fire.
yeah, half the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, for sure.
There is
but other than that,
that.
and sometimes an
Yeah.
earthquake will make its
Yep.
way, but you know,
Yeah.
it's just a lovely area. Otherwise,
But I miss the snow. I love snow. My mom's in a blizzard right now back in Jersey, and I'm jealous. Yeah. But I've lost my cold ability to be in the cold. I just like And it's scientifically proven that if you spend even a short amount of time, like consecutive time, um, not that anyone believes in science, but sorry.
I love it.
um, but yeah, you lose your durability. Like you actually you become a chillier person.
That makes sense. That definitely does.
Yeah, so I'm cold as ice now.
Well, that's a song.
It is.
Okay, so Mike, I know you have plenty of albums, and what was the song? It was 15 tracks. I always forget. It's like a long name. Is it Down and Out?
Down and Out in the Garden of Earthly Delights.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
because here we are in a beautiful world, but we're all so damn upset.
yes, and that was your most collaborative album.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
With all of them. So
Yeah, so to go from that to just total isolation was very interesting.
right.
Yeah, it was. I moved to LA maybe 3 years ago. Something I'd been putting off for a really long time, just because I loved San Francisco so much. But it was just, if you want to be a musician who works outside of touring and recording it all, this is really the place to be. And I do like doing that as well, even though touring is a great passion of mine. Yeah, and I just met all these really rad people.
But you're kind of touring all over the world technically right now.
I know. It really does. Like, I have to say, it feels
At
so
one time.
good to just perform. It's
Yeah.
just like, even if it is just to my computer, and I just really miss, like, I could close my eyes when I'm playing and just picture, like, being on a
Right.
stage.
I
One
know.
day.
I need like a woo machine so that I can just tell artists on happy hour, like, close your eyes. Here, there's a whole audience in front of you. Here you go. But
My
there is
guitarist, Duncan, he's not in the band anymore, but he has his own project, Fast Times Now. It's a really cool band. And he used to put, like, when we would go into the green room for the encore, before the encore, he would put, like, a cheering on his cell phone and just be like,
Yeah.
oh man, listen to him go. Like, we gotta go
it
back out there.
helps. Well, I say let's do two more songs. We'll do back to back, and then
Yeah.
we'll kind of talk for another minute or so, wrap things up, and then we'll maybe do one last song. If that sounds good
Okay,
to
cool.
you.
Great. I choose The Other Side from my new album. It's coming out. This was the latest single that I put out, and this is the live debut.
And where can people find you online? Is it gonna be
Oh yeah.
down
Oh.
below?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
And what's your website?
Website is www. That stands for World Wide Web. .geographermusic.com, and that's where you can get to my merch, which I fulfill myself. So if you want me to get these sweet little mitts all over a sweatshirt and then send it to you, that's what happens. And then if you want to pre-order the album, I sent out all the pre-orders that had been happened, but now I have to wait again. But you can still pre-order it. Yeah, and you'll get it before some people.
Yeah.
That there, and then Instagram. I mean, that's kind of my, and Facebook, I guess, is probably my most poppin' one. Instagram, we're still figuring out how to integrate that into our lives without getting very depressed, but I'm dedicated to it.
And if you were leaving a Yelp review for the Jam Cab, how many stars would you give it for the people
me?
watching? Yes.
I'd give it 5. I honestly would. I'm not just saying it. It's delicious. Yeah. And I do want to say that so last time I played, you guys sent me a champagne. I mean, I don't know if it was champagne, but
It's
it was
our California
certainly
version of one.
sweet sparkling. Yeah, there it is.
Dry
And when I moved
sparkling.
into my new place with my girlfriend, which was a big moment for me, I saved it until then, and we popped it into the backyard and lost the cork.
Well, if anyone, I know it's crazy. It's already almost 2021. So
Wow.
if you are 21 plus, heading into 2021, get
You should
yourself
get real drunk, right?
get yourself some Toast Sparkling or any of our amazing, easy to love wines, and you can find those.
Yep.
Oh, Emily's on it. Oh, there we go. And
Wow.
there you have it. Jamcellars.com/buy.
Yeah,
And
it was delicious. And it
Drizzly
didn't give me a
also.
headache.
Have you heard of Drizzly? It's like
Yeah,
the
just
food
because they
delivery
delivered
service for
wine to
liquid
me.
diet. Yeah, the boozy
Nice.
diet.
Anything they'll deliver smoothies
Well, I don't know.
and
No,
tears.
I think yeah, exact. Oh, yeah. Maybe water. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, Drizzly, they'll take it to your front door. You don't have to get out of your pajamas. You can just at 11 in the morning, if you want mimosas, you can order some of our stuff and have it to your door within the hour. So check out Drizzly. I think there's a promo for your first order too,
Oh,
but
cool.
that'll be down below. But let's get to the music.
Yeah. So back to existential crises. So this one's
Woo!
called The Other Side.
It isn't life if you live it alone. You get lost in the undertow. Give it time and then you'll know. Love is holy. It's still yours if you give it away, but you lose it forever if you make them pay. I keep the promises you don't make, 'cause love is holy. Told you once and I told you twice. Nobody knows where we go when we die. But I will try to meet you on the other side. I will try to meet you on the other side. I will try on the other side. It isn't life if you never belong. You'll try to drown out that song, but all you wanna do is sing along. 'Cause love is holy. It isn't life if you don't have a home, like a story no one told. But maybe I was never really yours. 'Cause love is holy. Told you once and I told you twice. Nobody knows where we go when we die. I will try to meet you on the other side. I will try to meet you on the other side. I will try on the other side. side. And you know I try to meet you on the other side. And you know I try to meet you on the other side. On the other side. Okay, going right into the next one. This one is kites, because, you know, I got it. My way is like his. We're both lost. Would we kiss? And my hate burns like this in my hands, in his fist. And my love is so quick out next to the bed where I saw you. My way is like his. We both lost. Would we kiss? And my hate burns like this in my hands, in his fist. And my love is so quick, like the legs of my kiss. All the words I could live only fit where I saw you. Pile lover, weird. Lover upon lover till we're covered with skin. There's nothing to discover from the thunder and lightning. There's no way to recover. This is love, not loving. And now we hold each other. I was a brother when I saw you.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody that's been watching. Thank you to everybody who has tuned in today on Thirsty Thursday. We're almost there. We're almost to the weekend, and no better way to head into the weekend than with some awesome music. And really appreciate you the past hour, Mike.
Oh, this has
And
been a lot of fun. Thank you.
thank you for putting up with my cheesy jokes. Appreciate
Oh,
that.
putting up with? You mean enjoying?
Okay, so what I was thinking, we'll kind of bid our dues now, but maybe we could get a glimpse of a song that has yet to come and be released to the public or something,
Yeah,
just for
sure.
a couple minutes before we're at the hour mark.
Let me see if there's any that I know.
Cool. I know with oh gosh, the name of the song is was it Love is Madness? And
Love is Madness.
did Kevin, he got you a succulent, right?
Yeah.
A succulent plant? Okay, so before we
Yeah.
get into whatever song you're gonna do, I just have one last joke. One
Okay.
last sip for everybody. What did this special shout out to Sarah, who's the queen of marketing here at Jam Cellars. What did one British succulent plant say to the other?
I don't know.
Hello, very nice to meet you.
Oh, wow. I thought it was over after the first word, and it just got better.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Sarah.
Hello.
Vera.
I gotta get the lyrics. I think this is the only one I might know. Yeah, it's a little mellow tune, a little acoustic.
Cool. We've got like 1 minute, so.
Oh gosh.
But
Maybe
I can
should
give
just
you
play
I
it.
can give you a minute and 20
No,
seconds.
I'll just play. But thank you for having me. You guys are fun.
Thank you, Mike.
And thanks everybody for listening.
Woo. Happy holidays.
There it is.
I've been lost in a love song, a memory so pure, beautiful as a siren, tethered to the shore. I've seen the lights of a city shine their shadows onto my ceiling, slept upon an abandoned island, felt like the first who had seen it, but all that I could do was steal past compared to the feeling that love has chosen me. I've been lost in a love song I've known since I was young. Don't remember the verses and the chorus is too long. I've seen the lights of the night, forget the rest of the words to the song. I hope my manager isn't angry that I played this song before it comes out. I know we like to maintain secrecy, but love has chosen me. Thank you, toodaloo.
Thank you. Cheers, everybody. Happy holidays.